Hey everybody, it's Kimberly Jo here and welcome to my kitchen. For today's video, I am going to be making homemade buttermilk biscuits. Super easy, only 3 ingredients that goes into it. I've already got my pan over here that's sprayed. I have my oven preheated at 450. Now these are only going to take about 10 to 15 minutes depending on your oven. Kind of don't walk away because you just never know. But anyway, let's get started with these 3 easy ingredients is what I say, because I like simplicity, y'all, and I like homemade stuff. I don't always like to do the canned biscuits, you know, or the frozen, and I do it in a pinch. But if you just see how easy this is, and you'll be so happy that you got some homemade biscuits. So anyway, it calls for 2 cups of self-rising flour. Now I'll leave the ingredients in the description bar below, and I'll, tell you how to cook it all, whatever. But it calls for 2 cups of self-rising flour. Let me get my blue bowl over here. And y'all, there's so many, honestly, there's so many different kinds of biscuits out there, some that are made with all-purpose. But this is one of my favorite, and the reason why is because it has butter in it. And I like butter. Okay, 2 cups. All right, and then we're going to actually cut in our butter, so it's going to be 6 tablespoons. And what I typically do, y'all, is I leave my butter out maybe 5 minutes before I start, and I typically do it whenever I preheat my oven, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm just going to cut it like this. And yeah, y'all, my hands are clean. And I'm just going to see how I'm cutting that up, and I'm going to put it all in my self-rising flour. Now I will say what takes the most time out of doing this is when we cut our butter into our flour. That takes a few minutes, but the thing about it is you don't worry about it. I mean, some people leave big clumps of butter inside there, and some people just cut it down into little like pea sizes. So anyway, I'll show y'all. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, I'm gonna move this. All right, here's my pastry cutter. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna start cutting this butter into the flour. Now again, y'all, it takes just a few minutes, but you know what? I don't know. I don't mind it. I guess it's the outcome is the reason why I don't mind it. They're good. And then a lot of times I'll have butter that's caked up on here, and I'll just take a knife and then I'll just get it off. Now the big question is, what size biscuits do you want? There's 2 different sizes that I typically use, and if I want a big biscuit, that's when I want to put like sausage or an egg on it, or if I want a smaller biscuit, that's when I put just basically butter and jelly on it. Did I say I use a lot of butter? Because I do, y'all. Alright, so I pretty much have that where I want it, and I'll show you what it looks like. We'll get all the butter out of those cracks. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Can y'all see that? So I've just crumbled up 6 tablespoons of butter inside that. Now, I'm going to make a little hole, because the next ingredient is buttermilk. We're going to use a cup, and quite frankly, y'all, I don't quite use a whole cup, but we'll see. And I don't typically measure, but I'm doing it for y'all. But I make a little well, as y'all can see, and then I'll put a little bit of buttermilk in it, and then I take a fork and I'm just going to mix it up. Kind of mix it around and let that buttermilk just absorb your flour and your butter mixture. Okay, make another little well. Because you don't want it too wet, because if you get it too wet, you can actually add more flour. But that's why I'm using this recipe with y'all and kind of measuring it out. Let me tell you something. Those older folks, they don't measure anything. So trying to get a recipe from them, it's kind of funny. They didn't use recipes much back then. Okay, I'm just getting it all mixed up, y'all. I'm taking my time with that because, again, it's better to pour it in a little bit at a time than to pour it in all at once. Yeah, it's getting there. It's going to use pretty much all of it. I was measuring it out the other day when I was doing this. I thought, I got to measure. And sure enough, I think I poured too much buttermilk in it. Because yes, y'all, I do make mistakes. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay, I got it where I want it. I'm gonna let y'all see what that looks like. Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flour my little area right here. We're going to cut out some biscuits. I guess I better move that out of the way. And I want to share this with y'all. The other thing too, whenever you're going to put your dough out on the counter here, don't, you know, like roll it out too much, don't knead it, you don't have to do that. Because really you just want to blend it together so you can see the different layers in it. So when you pull your biscuits apart, you can see the little layers that are inside it. So anyway, I'm going to do it like this, and then I'm going to fold it. And then if I have to bring more flour up and like that, I will typically fold it this way and this way. And hey, it's kind of like playing with, what is that stuff the kids were playing with that time? Oh Lord, y'all, I can't even remember. Oh, was it putty or something like that? I can't remember. So anyway, I'm going to do it like that, just a little and not a whole lot. And then I've got to where it kind of looks like a little bitty square. And then I'm going to take my little rolling pin over here, get it all floured up. And again, I have two sizes. I want to show you all this. See the two different sizes? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple big ones, and then I'll make a couple small ones. I don't like them too big as far as, you know, the thickness of them. I actually like them a little bit thinner. And again, you can make them however you choose. So here's a small one. I'm going to make a couple of those. Yeah, and that looks about right. See? Ah, come over here. Then I'll make a couple big ones. This recipe right here will actually make 12, and I think they're actually 2 inches, biscuits. So it feeds quite a bit with a family, y'all. I bet I can get a little one out of that. Look, and it's kind of fun. Look there. And if y'all are like me, you're probably doing a lot of cooking these days. I swear, y'all, it's a stress reliever for me. Okay. Should I do one big one? Yeah, I'll do one big one. Just hook it right there. Look at that. Look how pretty. And you do want to kind of make them all the same size. But again, you can't go wrong. Just put it together. Okay. I made 2 more small ones. Okay. All right, y'all. 450, 10 to 15 minutes. Don't leave the kitchen when you're cooking these because again, they're gonna be on high heat. But anyway, let me get them in the oven and we'll get them cooked. Yay! All right, I'm gonna clean up my mess here, y'all, and yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I pretty much got everything cleaned up. Biscuits are ready to come out, so let's pull them out. Yes. Don't they look pretty, y'all? Look how cute. Okay, the next step, what I like to do is brush the top with a little bit of butter. So I've got melted butter right here. And you can actually hear the sizzle. They're so hot. Now with my oven, they stay in for about almost 15 minutes. And then I like to pull them because I don't want them to dry out. Again, this really depends on your oven and how well it cooks. And what I mean by that, how well it cooks, like at different temperatures, like some people, they can cook at 400 and it would be higher on mine. It's crazy. They're not all the same. So anyway, now that I've got the melted butter, taste test, y'all. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, this is hot. This is actually a great big one. Now, you can do a lot with this. You can put sausage and egg and cheese and all that stuff on it. But I want to show you what they look like. If you can see that. Aren't those pretty, y'all? Okay, I'm ready to eat one. I use jelly and butter, so let's bite into this. And please don't judge me. I use a ton of butter. Do not judge, please don't. I know. So I'm gonna put a little butter, but again, is that much butter on it? I'm actually doing both sides. So anyway, so then I do that. My favorite jelly, y'all, is blackberry. Love it, the seedless kind. So let's put some of that on there, and let's take a bite. I don't know about y'all, but I like to watch people eat. I watch a lot of videos where people are cooking. And at the end, what's so much fun for me is to actually watch them eat. Now, I want to show y'all what that looks like. See, and it really didn't take that long, y'all. You can do this in, golly, in a matter of, probably 10-15 minutes. All right, let's take a bite. So good. The crunchiness of the top, and then in the bottom, or not the bottom, well, the crunchiness in the bottom as well, but in the middle, oh my gosh, y'all, to die for. Anyway, I'm gonna wash my hands. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you would like to see more, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and in the notification bar. That'll notify you whenever I do upload new videos. So anyway, I hope y'all have a super great day. I hope you like my very first video. I'm excited. I'm welcoming you into my home so you can see what in the world I cook. So anyway, much love to y'all. Have a super great day. Bye.